by putting these two guys in Danbury, they weren't overloading one of the gangs by giving them two more members in prison than the other gang had. So they had to transfer two guys out to get these two guys in. Okay? And that's what they did. You know, they never faced a judge. Everything was lawyer to lawyer, ADA to defense attorney, you know, until finally, you know, they worked out a deal. And this goes on all the time.
Yeah. The horse trade and the careerist part of this is the sickest part. So a DA who wants to be tough on crime and wants to have a certain record is more likely to make deals with people with lawyers who are, you know, kind of higher on the totem pole. And that way, you know, I trade out this guy for that guy. That way I get the conviction. This looks good on my record. And later on, when I run for some other office, I can say I had a 97% conviction rate and I was tough on X, Y, and Z type of crimes.
Yeah.
So, you know, the careerist part of this, you know, it already corrupts what we call the justice system. So that's a problem too, man. And yeah, they trade out people all of the time.
And a lot of humans are suffering because of it. And, you know, it's up to us. It's up to we the people to fix it. And we have the right to protest. And we're still the greatest country on the planet. And, you know, and that's...
Yes, it is. Yes, we are. And the Constitution does begin, we the people. You know.
Yeah. Well, that was kind of, you know, actually they were going to have it we the states, but, you know.
Well, I know that's what you would like. I know.
Dad, I got a question for you.
Well, you know, I'm a states' rights activist because I believe it's, you know, the federal government has done more wrong than it's done good. And it's only supposed to be limited from the Constitution. You know, the drug war, you know, that they declared this drug war on the whole country. They declared abortion on the whole country to each state to decide for themselves the social issues.
Yeah, I have a question for you. What do you think of Johnson?
Hey, guys, are you there?
Yeah, we're all here.
Ed, what do you think of Johnson?
I got to turn it in for tonight, guys. It was a pleasure. But I do want to say something to Naz. Naz, are you still there?
Naj?
Yes, I'm here.
Naj has no place else to be.
Yeah, Naz wants to be here. Hey, Naz, truly, I just want you to listen, okay? This is no fight here. Truly, this isn't my fight, okay? My mission on this earth, because my home is not here. It's in eternity. My fight here is found in 2 Corinthians chapter 10, verses 3 through 5, which is, I don't fight with carnal warfare. I tear down strongholds that pin itself against the knowledge of God. So anything that was debated here tonight has nothing at all to do with me with race, has nothing at all to do with war or anger or happiness or at all. It has everything to do with what is being pinned against the knowledge of God. Now, you want to fight out there and you want to protest, and you know people that are, by all means, go protest. But I wanted to tell you, as I close out, that what was shared tonight, where my heart is it's an eternity. It's of godly things. And I will still stand on this, that people have to be ruled by God. Because if people are ruled by people, then all you have is a bunch of opinions and one people getting angry at another people. That's why we have the wars that we have. So I will say that as I close. Have a good night, and Lord willing, we'll talk again Friday.
All right, thanks, Chad.
Thanks, Chad.
You have a good night.
We look forward to you next week, I hope.
All right, that was Chad.
All right, that was Chad who's leaving us. And we still have Ed and Naj.
Yeah, and Ed, I want to ask you again, what do you think of Johnson?
I mentioned Gary last year at state convention. I talked to him again at the national convention. I really wasn't in favor of him being our candidate, but since he already ran once, I like him better than the other two candidates. I'll say that much, but I preferred a more pure libertarian. He's just a washed-up Republican.
How come Rand Paul decided not to run?
Rand Paul did run.
No.
No,
I know
as a libertarian.
but I mean, he didn't seek out the libertarian line.
Well, he did such a bad job in the primary by trying to go to the center that he alienated all the libertarian folk who would have normally backed him. Like, it was really weird. If you go back and go to YouTube and watch Rand Paul during those primaries, man, he really tried to corporate shine himself up. He used talking points, and it didn't come off well, man. But go back and look, man. He didn't do good.
Yeah, Rand was more my choice, but, he ran Republican. And I think you mentioned Ron, but Ron's 83 years old now.
I think we meant Rand.
Yeah,
no, I said Rand, not Ron.
Yeah, Rand.
Ron is old already.
Rand.
He's had his time has come and passed.
Rand.
But also I know he was up for re-election in Kentucky. I don't think he wanted to lose his seat in Kentucky. In the Senate.
Yeah, Rand did a really bad job, though, man. I really advise everybody to go look at that, man, and see somebody think that the wind was blowing one way and decide to go with the wind, and he was completely wrong. Trump got a lot of good one-liners in on him, and it kind of helped Trump a lot, really. He kind of stepped on Rand on his way to, where he is now. But, yeah, Rand did a bad job, man.
Trump's everybody.
Yeah. I'm not a big fan of Rand, but I was just really surprised. Like, damn, Rand is taking this position? Like, this is not the Paul family. What is he doing? So it was weird.
Part of the system.
It's very true.
Everybody's looking for votes, and they'll drop their beliefs to get the votes.
Exactly. They don't care about the unjust system. They just want their place in the unjust system, so they keep going.
They pander to the money.
Yeah.
That's what it is. They pander to the money. You can't run a campaign without money.
That's one of the first.
Right, but I mean, he built his reputation on being this outsider guy who's not going to go by that line. So it's like, you of all people, you know what I mean? Him of all people, he should have known better than to do that, man. But
I know.
He got some bad advice and hired the wrong people.
Looking at his family background and his lineage, you thought that you would think maybe his dad would have taught him a little better.
Well, look what his dad is doing now. He's making commercials on TV.
Is he?
Yeah.
Ron Paul?
Yeah.
Oh. Well.
That's sad.
Yeah, it is sad.
Well, he's not an eye doctor anymore.
Yeah, he's got to make a living.
Exactly. Gentlemen, I have to tell you,
I guess we'll see Bernie doing that in the future, probably.
Yeah.
I wonder what I wonder what commercials we could expect from Bernie.
No, he should have went with the Green Party. He would have done much better.
Well, he already bought his $600,000 house on the lake.
Yeah, right.
I got from Hill Foundation.
Yeah.
People, they're all into a lot, and that's a big problem too. Because once power corrupts, absolutely. I really don't trust any of them. It's up to we the people. We need to bring back common law grand juries run by our community, separate from the government.
Well,
I have to tell.
We can overlook the politicians, and call them out when they're doing things wrong.
Yeah. Well, I have to tell you, I thoroughly enjoyed tonight's show. I hope you guys did. I'm glad that we had the people call in who called in. Chad was able to talk about something other than religion, which I know pleased Naj to no end.
And probably.
Okay. And
well,
Naj,
hey, if he has his way, we'll become Iran. We'll become a fundamentalist country when the law will be religion, and it's praise Jesus, or you will be beheaded, and I guess we'll cover up the women, and we'll go backwards.
The only place I've ever seen a Bible stop a bullet is in Hollywood. Okay, that's about it. So, and I think we just lost Ed, right?
Yeah, we did. Yeah.
All right, Ed. Thank you very much. I know you're not on now, but thank you, Naj. It's always a pleasure when you get on. I have to say.
You bring
No,
someone.
same to y'all, man. It's always good talking with you guys, man. It's interesting, man. I feel bad for that Chad guy, man. Hopefully he comes out of that.
Well, I
Well,
will tell
you know what's really sad?
What?
I want to say what's really sad. He believes his parents are going to go to hell.
Damn.
Yeah.
Well, because they're Catholic.
The Catholics, they're not
born again, you know. And my friend down in Florida loves when you come on because he says I love when Naj sets Chad straight. He sets his exact words. You know.
Yeah, we can all try.
Yeah.
I know. Naj,
we can all try, but it doesn't seem to change it.
Thank you again, my brother.
Thanks for letting me on, y'all.
Okay,
all right, you have a good night then.
Seconds.
Bye-bye.
Yeah, you have a good night.
And ladies and gentlemen, here we are, 90 seconds left. Just enough time for me to say good night to the Rev.
Good night, ladies.
Well, there are no ladies here, but good night.
Gentlemen. What is it?
Whatever.
Whatever. Lawrence Welk, if anybody remembers
yeah,
him.
with the bubbles. A 1 and a 2
and a 3.
Yeah. We were so happy to have this show tonight. I hope that those of you who listen on the pod are equally as happy as we were to bring it to you. And we look forward to next week. And got to think of another good topic. Getting away from politics for a change, which was at least very good at the beginning.
Exactly. All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is the Rebellious Rev.
And this is the Doc.
Saying, bless you all.
Good night.
Good night. Oh, and now we got to just end the episode. There's an X blocking me from ending it. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I found the end episode button. That's it. Good night. Thank you for listening.